I like sewing a lot because, like I said, sewing is my therapy. I just go to my machine and I can talk to it and I can cry to it and I can laugh to it, and it's like I can just be creative and allow creative processes to go. Waka kulukago mamtritler miungunga dagom soldatna mi wita tuunga anaka goslok nunapajog mi ataka dana santaski mishiganami ubayam naguslam tu tutrachkanga nunapajognek Louis Irene Slu Ostantoski Michiganami Yupiugo Polishami Slu. So I am Nikki, but my Yupik name is Kulukak. I'm named after my pop's first cousin from Eek, I believe. And I just introduced myself and told you who my mom is and where she's from and who my dad is and where he's from and my maternal and paternal grandparents and where they're from, and then I'm Yupik and I'm Polish. So, but everybody knows me as Nikki Nick. I had been taking a bunch of sewing classes here at the college when I was going to the campus here for various degrees. Don't ask me how many I have. I just kept figuring out what I wanted to do, so I just kept going to school, and so they'd offer 1-credit courses, and I started taking classes here from May Hoffman and Sophie Alford. And so I had just been taking them and taking them and taking them, and finally they were like, you could probably teach this class now. Because I didn't really grow up sewing. I made my first one when I was like, 10, 11, or 12 from my sister cousin Auntie Anna, and she taught me, and then I didn't sew until I was in my 20s, and then really just loved it, picked it up, and Sew Yupik just kind of happened. I applied for the grant, the Best in the West back then, and I wasn't sure. I was trying to figure out names, and then my sister cousin Auntie Anna helped me kind of come up with this like Sew Yupik.
Hi, Waka, it's Nikki with Sew Yupik. Real quick, I wanted to create this video.
Hi, Waka. Good morning. It's Nikki with Sew Yupik. So today I'm so thankful and grateful for Bluey today. Hi, Waka. It's Nikki with Sew Yupik. I wanted to share something. It's been years since I lost my brother, and I wanted to share some things that helped me along the way in this last year.
Hi, Waka. It's Nikki with Sew Yupik. Today I'm going to show you how I make cheater agurak.
As Yupiks, we're pretty humble and we're pretty like quiet. I guess I'm not if you look at my social media site, but me as a person, like I've kind of calmed down and it's pretty quiet, but I get it's a lot of positive feedback. I get a lot of people who are really thankful that I share stuff and who are really thankful like that I am kind of sharing the hard stuff and the funny stuff, and because as Yupiks we use humor as a way to like just show our love, and so I have gotten a lot of positive from people and just really like thankful. Like I'm really thankful that you're sharing this stuff. I'm always drawn to the youth population because when I speak, like when I teach my classes with my youth, I really just talk to them about like, hey, I was a kid once, like I know how hard it is, like, and I share my story and I share like my coping mechanisms and my trauma responses, and I really just try to like share and relate with kids because it's hard when you feel like you're alone and you feel like you're the only one going through something really hard, but to know that like, hey, she's come from something that was really hard. I've taught classes before where I've had students kind of look at me like, who is she? Like, she doesn't know anything. Like, I don't have to listen to her. And then I always open up with like, hey, and I share my story about my upbringing and how trauma has sort of been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, basically my earliest memories. And so I really want to connect with that population just because I know how hard it is and how hard it was for me. And it also kind of allows my students when I'm in there to kind of connect with each other, so then at least they can find amongst each other like, oh, like, you know, I didn't know that or anything. It's not a TED Talk, but I'm like sharing while I'm teaching my classes at the same time, just because it's so prevalent, and it's, you know, you never know. By looking at someone, you might think like, oh, they've got it all put together. Like someone might look at me and like, oh, she's got all this stuff, she's a nurse, she's doing this, she's traveling, but really like all of this inside is, we're jacked up inside in here. Like it's all mess and it's all jumbled and everything is just kind of crazy inside. So yeah, I don't know. I share with my students that I'm crazy, but I'm here.